Hey guys, welcome. My name is Mzwandile and I'm your host for this build up episode. So, this is our build up from our previous episode, which was released yesterday. It was released yesterday, and the podcast name it was actually dealing about what actually you need to know to invest into the crypto and also stock market investment. So only now I'm talking about stock market investment. So this is basically an interface from a company called Easy Equities. It's a South African based broker that helps you to invest. You can either do it with JSE or do it with other platforms like your Standard Bank and Absa can also offer those platforms. So basically here, I'm looking at companies that we know, looking at companies that we know like your Afrox, your ARC investment, your Afromed, most of these companies, guys, So what happened is that these companies are publicly listed so that a public can participate in buying shares from these companies, and then the company will issue those shares to you, and then in that form, if the company you know does well and the share price grow, and then your shares grow. And also some companies offer dividend. A dividend is an amount that the company pays you back for investing your money with them. So I will be explaining this further as time goes on, but in simple terms, is that, for example, if one wants to invest in my company, I'm having a photography company. I'll just make an example. So that photography company, and one wants to invest a certain amount. So you find out that I have. I would allow that person to invest, and in return, when the company grows in terms of revenue and also in terms of profit, I will pay that particular person for just keeping the money into my company, investing it. Or the person can also decide to say, okay, the my shares have grown and I decided to sell them. So this is basically what is happening here. You buy shares, into these companies. So you can choose one company. I want a company that we all know. Let's go to ShopRite. Let's go to ShopRite. You all know ShopRite. So this is ShopRite. So we know ShopRite. ShopRite is everywhere. It's in our township. It's in town. It's everywhere. So currently the share price of ShopRite is selling at 146 rands, and there is the selling bid and also the last updated. So you will see the price of the share price, how it's growing in the past 1 month. So it's been falling, so you can see it's in red in the past 3 months, in the past 6 months, in the past 1 year. So in the past number of years, you see, since 2014. So you can see the share price was not really that good, but you can see an uptrend. So there is quite an interesting strategy that I have in terms of analyzing this. I'll share it with the later stage. So basically what I will be doing, looking for these companies, I'll be coming here and then I check, okay, the share price has been performing in the past 3 months. On the 6 months, I almost check my charts up to a 1 year, because I can see in the past year the share price have been doing well. And then when I see in the past 6 years, okay, the share price was not good, because after 2017 share price went down. So this is basically what one will be looking at to get much more details in terms of how the company performance on in terms of how they do their operations. And also most people invest into a company because of its structure, executive, and how they manage cash and how they make sales. So the more the sales that they make, and the more people coming into investing into that particular company, and also looking into good dividend. So dividend is the amount that the company pays to their shareholders who holds shares into the company. So This platform also have some few tools that you can use up to your advantage, where you have your Yahoo Finance. I love Yahoo Finance, it's more detailed. So you can actually go into the history records of ShopRite. How do they go about managing their business and finances and their profile, everything. So what I'm looking at here, this is what I do most of the time, is to check one, their income statement, their balance sheet, and their cash flow. Me, by reading this statement, can give me a basic idea in terms of how the business is run and how the business is managing their finances and how the business is really keeping up with their day-to-day costs. So in terms of that, there's a formula that I use, which is a Warren Buffett formula, in terms of to calculate whether the company in the future will be seeing a growth or not. So there's quite a lot more that I will be sharing at a later stage in terms of how do we do that. But because it's a build-up episode, there's more episodes that are going to come, which I will be discussing topics for topics, building up into the bigger picture that you actually want. So don't be on a hurry to learn a lot of things at the same time. So just go, let's take baby steps, and just very soon you will get to the point that where I want you to get. So make sure that you invite your friends, make sure that you share the podcast, make sure that you also listen to the podcast, make sure you follow the build-up sessions, and also make sure that you invite your friends and family and leave a comment or a section or a question so that we can tackle. All the best, guys, and thank you for your time.